Ja da ja 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 da ja jam. Ja 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 da ja jam.
Okay. Call me when you're done. That's fine. Yep, no problem. You call me when you're done and we'll get started. Okay, bye.
Yeah, 'cause they've got 18 minutes on the clock. So
So I'll take it in 8 minutes from right now. Thank you. Goodbye. Coach Harrisburg tonight, I hesitate to say we need to bounce back from Saturday, but because it was great volleyball and at times we played really well, but we didn't.
Second. throws him.
In vehicles, carsoup.com. Right car, right price, right now.
Schwann's Home Service delivers quality food to your doorstep, frozen to lock in freshness.
And it is time for volleyball action here on KWAT, being brought to you by Hy-Vee, Great Western Bank, the Perkins Family Restaurant, Watertown Ford Chrysler, Daniels Marine and Tackers, Glacial Lakes Orthopedics, South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Stony Brook Sweets, Dairy Queen, Prairie Lakes Healthcare System, Fisher Rounds and Associates.
How's that lunch?
Avante Federal Credit
How's
Union,
that lunch?
Austin & Sons Construction, Roadhouse Cafe, Hometown Building Center, Sharp Automotive, Crawford Ostis Funeral Chapel and Taco John's, Northwestern Mutual, the Ramcota, Qdoba, Mexican Eats, Watertown Healthy Youth, Brian's Glass and Door, Kunkel Snyder, Dutch Boy, Gathers Coffee, Eats and Gifts, Van Locken Orthopedics, and Lake Stop 20 right here in KWAT Radio.
The purple and gold are coming your way. The Watertown Arrows are going to do it today.
All right, let's go down to Harrisburg with KWAT's Todd Anderson.
Thank you very much, Rod Lenning. Good evening to you from Harrisburg High School. It's an ESD matchup between the Harrisburg Tigers and the Watertown Arrows. Harrisburg and Watertown have had some battles over the last 3 years or so. Harrisburg has gotten the best of most of those battles. It'll be interesting to see if the Arrows can turn the table here tonight in Harrisburg. I'm Todd Anderson. I'll have the call of this action for you tonight on KWAT, live audio and video stream on our website at GoWatertown.net. GoWatertown.net for the live audio and video stream. This is the Perkins pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow Volleyball. We'll take a time out. We'll come back and hear from Watertown head coach Rosemary Hertz. We'll do that in 2 minutes.
Hello, Perkins people. Welcome to another day to show some kindness. Like the new guy at the copier. You know, he wanted 2 copies, but he printed 200. Think how good you'll feel showing him how to cancel out. Kind of like the way you'll feel when you order from Perkins' savory new summer menu. Try our hand-battered, double-dipped buttermilk fried chicken for breakfast or dinner. This summer, only at Perkins.
Kindness served daily.
Oh, man. Now he's jammed it.
It's Arrow time, and Lake Stop 20 on Highway 20 Watertown has the best roasted chicken in town. Enjoy it before or after the game. And don't forget their breakfast burritos, made fresh at the crack of dawn. Fuel up with Lake Stop's premium fuel for your boat, classic car, motorcycles, or ATVs. Lake Stop 20, across from the airport and industrial park in Watertown. And go Arrows!
Great Western Bank has been helping farmers for generations. They're committed to the agricultural community. And whether you need short-term financing for a new opportunity or extra capital for equipment, Great Western Bank has the products to fit your needs. Their ag bankers establish long-lasting relationships to really understand their customers. Contact an ag banker in Watertown today. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Rob Van Laken from Van Laken Orthodontics. Investing the time and money in braces is not a minor thing, but at Van Laken Orthodontics, we take the extra care to be sure all of your questions and concerns are fully answered. Come in for a free consultation. If we determine braces will be beneficial, we will offer you a timeline and flexible payment options, making sure you have all the facts. Just another way the staff at Van Laken Orthodontics helps you to live life smiling. Visit VanLakenOrtho.com today to book your free consultation and live life smiling.
Welcome back to Harrisburg. This is the Perkins pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow volleyball. Again, live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Look for the Arrow banner, click on it, and you're one click away from watching and listening to volleyball that way tonight. Pre-game comments with Rosemary Hertz being brought to you by Dano's Marine. Quality service, affordable prices. Coach, Harrisburg tonight, I hesitate to say we need to bounce back from Saturday, but because it was great volleyball and at times we played really well, but we didn't win, so we need to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, we definitely need to bounce back. We need that confidence booster to come just because we have, this game and we also have Thursday. So, practice was tough on Monday. Girls were still tired. They were exhausted.
That's a long day of volleyball, and it was a long day of really good competition.
Yeah, we started off our first game with Spearfish, and the girls won pretty easily again in that game. And then we sat for about 2 hours, and then had to go play, number 2 ranked Washington, go play number 1 in A ranked Christian, and then sit about a half hour and go play 3rd ranked or 4th ranked O'Gorman. So, and took all of them to 3 sets. The girls played 11 sets, and they played a ton of points.
Harrisburg tonight, a team that's been really, really good for a number of years. They've graduated a lot of kids. Do you know anything about them?
No, don't know much. Last year they graduated 6 seniors, girls that had just been playing on the varsity for 3 to 4 years, and worked really well as a collective unit. And so, they don't really know much about them. I know that they've, people consider them down, but I think in any ESD match, nobody's ever down.
So what do we have to do well tonight?
One thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we have enough energy and stay positive on the floor. The other thing is just we have to focus on our own mistakes. We can't give away points on a serve, can't give away points on an attack, and just work on every point is an earned point that Watertown needs to go get.
One thing that maybe is a positive is you've gotten a lot of kids varsity time early in the season.
Yeah, with a couple of some injuries there, and so on Saturday, we played, I think it was at 11 or 10 at one point, and I was in all 3 matches. I was getting close. They would remind me that you're getting close to the end of your subs, coach. So lots of girls got experience, and so that was definitely a positive for the future.
Keys to winning here tonight.
Just controlling our own mistakes, controlling our emotion, and learning, I call it now the red zone. Football has the red zone, volleyball is going to have the red zone. At point 20, you have to be able to score points. And if you can't do that, you're not going to win a game.
Rosemary Hertz, Watertown head volleyball coach. Coach's comments brought to you by Dano's Marine. Quality service, affordable prices. We'll take a timeout. We'll do our lower level look at the freshman level when we come back in 1 minute.
At Dano's Marine in Watertown, they're open for business. There is closeout prices on all remaining 2018 Ranger boats. Check out the low-interest financing, and a small down payment reserves your new Ranger boat, and trade-ins are welcome. Operation Troop Salute offers rebates to military personnel at Dano's Marine, your Ranger boat and Mercury dealer in Watertown, South Dakota on Highway 212, or visit them at danosmarine.com. That's danosmarine.com. Dano's Marine in Watertown.
During the summer clearance event at Watertown Ford Chrysler, we've made a couple of special purchases and want to pass the savings on to you. Save up to $14,500 off MSRP on a new Ram 1500, or lease a Ram 1500 quad cab board for just $199 a month. That's right, just $199 a month for a Ram 1500 quad cab. Or how about a Dodge Challenger GT all-wheel drive with leather, just $219 a month? And the deals don't stop there. You can lease a Jeep Compass Trailhawk, $249 a month, or a Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, $369 a month. And of course, only at Watertown Ford Chrysler, 2 people bring back the best price they paid for their vehicle at the end of the year. Watertown Ford Chrysler has been one low price, plain and simple, always.
This is the Perkins pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow volleyball. Our lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Builders for all your building projects. And I chatted with Carly Peterson, the 9th grade coach. Coach, first year at the freshman level in Watertown. Tell me your background, where you came from, and how you got to this spot.
Well, I'm from Sioux Falls originally, my 2nd year teaching. I actually played softball for 4 years at Augustana, but I played volleyball in high school, and I actually got the privilege of coaching these girls last year in 8th grade level. and I moved up to freshman level this year, and I'm excited to be here for their freshman year.
Tell me about this group of kids.
They're a great group of girls. They're very positive, their energy, and they're all smiles. They work hard, they're motivated, and they work well together.
What's the strength of this group?
The strength, I would say, is our hitting, for sure. Our hitting, our blockers are getting up there, our hitters are being aggressive, and just being together and working together as a team.
Tonight, watching this the A game between you and Harrisburg, there were some long rallies, and it was a close matchup.
It was, and the girls did a good job with their defense. That's still an area we need to, continue to work on. But other than that, long rallies were good. They stayed aggressive, they stayed on their toes, and they moved a lot better today.
Lower level look brought to you by the Hometown Building Center for all your building projects. Carly Peterson, the 9th grade volleyball coach. The JV won 2-1. Sophomores won 2-0. The 9th grade lost 2-0 in their matchup. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with the pregame show. We'll come back and take a look at your weather forecast, and we'll do that in 30 seconds.
Good luck this season to the Watertown Arrows from the crew at Hometown Building Center. The whole staff at Hometown Building Center works hard to provide the best products, service, and guidance for all your building projects. From new construction to remodels, floor covering to cabinets, fireplaces to window treatments, they look forward to serving you for many years to come. Good luck, Arrows, from Hometown Building Center, South Highway 20 in Watertown.
Weather update brought to you by Active Heating Incorporated for your heating and air conditioning needs and year-round comfort. And our man back at the studios, Rod Lenning, has our current weather update. Rod?
No, it's too cold for me. We're going to get down to 44 tonight. We do warm up tomorrow, 74. Breezy on Thursday and 77, and a good chance of rain on Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night. But we were cold or chilly today, I guess you could say. Down in the Harrisburg area, 64 degrees. Right now in Watertown, only at 62.
Temperature of the game brought to you by Active Heating and Air Conditioning for your heating and air conditioning needs and year-round comfort. This has been the Perkins pregame show on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow Volleyball. We will have the introduction of the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem. And we will have volleyball action here tonight from Harrisburg. The Arrows coming off a tough weekend in here, and they played 4 times, and they'll try to bounce back here tonight against Harrisburg. We'll wait and see if they're going to do the anthem first or how they're going to work this out. We'll wait for the public address announcer to make his announcement.
Now, if you please stand, remove your hat to pay proper respect to the flag. As members of the Harrisburg High School Chamber Choir, under the direction of Libby Gould, sing our national anthem. All veterans and out of uniform military personnel may salute the flag.
There you go, national anthem on KWAT's coverage of Watertown Arrow volleyball here tonight. Starting lineups for the Arrows being brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. The Arrows will start Annie Norberg at setter. Sophie Teets, a middle hitter for the Arrows. Taylor Corey back tonight. She missed Saturday with a knee injury, but she's back. Mackenzie Bisker will start. Courtney Holt starting. It was Courtney who was out. Taylor played all weekend. Courtney was out. She's back tonight. Alex Bales will start for the Watertown Arrows as well tonight. Starting lineups brought to you by Glacial Lakes Orthopedics. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Gowatertown.net for the live audio and video stream. We'll take a timeout. Volleyball comes your way in 2 minutes.
This is Dr. Casey Johnson of Glacial Lakes Orthopedics in Watertown. My partners, Dr. Michael Venner and Dr. Jerry Reiber, and I would like to extend best wishes for safe and successful sports season for all of our area athletes. We are proud to continue to provide on the field and in the office sports medicine and orthopedic surgery services for all the Arrow and all Watertown area athletic programs. For an appointment today, call 882-2630 or go online and visit us at glaciallakes.orthopedics.com.
This is Dustin with Active Heating. Participation in extracurricular activities helps develop the skills necessary for tomorrow's leaders. Active Heating is always striving to be the best, just like the Arrows. Knowledge, trust, communication, and a relentless pursuit of a common goal are what make the Watertown Arrows and our team at Active Heating so great. Thanks, Arrows, for your hard work and determination and for getting active in our school and community.
Hi, it's Angie from Gather. Our coffee beans are roasted locally, our pastries are baked in-house, and we select the finest ingredients to craft our drinks and smoothies to create a great customer experience every single time. We're open Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. and Saturdays at 8, so anytime is a great time to feel welcome at Gather Coffee, Eats, and Gifts on the corner of Kemp Avenue and 2nd Street Southeast, downtown Watertown, where it's fresh, it's homemade, and it comes with a smile.
Where do you get free popcorn and ice with the purchase? Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash and Gas Station in Watertown. Fill up your vehicle with diesel or gas, receive $1 off your Dutch Boy Soft Cloth Car Wash, and car wash certificates never expire. For diesel, gas, and a great car wash, get to Dutch Boy on East 212 in Watertown.
Clean up your act. Do it today. Do it the Dutch Boy Car Wash way.
Welcome back to Harrisburg as we're just about set for volleyball action here tonight on KWAT. I'm Todd Anderson. Rod Lenning back at the studios. Kurt Crawford takes care of all the technical things that we do. Wherever I go, I take my bags of equipment with me, and Kurt handles all the technical things. Now, I'm also on the Harrisburg High School stream as well. So for those of you watching and listening on that, good evening to you as well. Glad to be a part of their service to you folks that are Harrisburg fans that get to follow your Harrisburg Tigers all season long. Set to go with volleyball action. Harrisburg a little different than they have been in the past. Size-wise, they don't have the players that are over 6 feet tall. Now, the announcer said Rowie. I asked earlier, and one of the young ladies told me Row, but I'm going to go with what the announcer said. He said Rowie. So she's 5'11" and a senior, and she's the tallest player on the court for the Harrisburg Tigers. Whereas the Arrows this year have a number of players over 6 feet tall, which is a little different than what they've had in the past. Set to go with volleyball action here tonight. The Arrows in the purple road uniforms, Harrisburg in their home whites. And we are just about set to get underway. Over the weekend, the matches were best 2 out of 3. Tonight, back to the best 3 out of 5. Normal situation for volleyball here tonight. Arrows still without Megan Hageland, one of their 6-foot outside hitters, out with a broken finger, should be back in a couple of weeks. Annie Norberg to serve to get things underway. Bolweg with a pass right above the net, tipped down by Holt, kept alive by Harrisburg. Punched over, back row dig by Taylor Corey. Norberg sets it up. Free ball for Harrisburg down the line. Sanderson set left front set. Good hard hit and a kill on the play. Nicely done that time. Hallie Mertz with the kill for the Harrisburg Tigers, and they're off to a 1-0 lead. Shaylee Arp will serve, a 5'9" sophomore for Harrisburg. Shaylee Arp, a left-hander, runs to the line, jumps that ball over the net. Good hard serve. Mariah Glow gets it to Norberg. Center set to Sophie. Hard hit off the block and a kill for Sophie Teets. Ties the ball game at 1-1. Siri Kranz in for the Arrows. Bolweg back in for the Harrisburg Tigers. Siri will serve. Siri Kranz to serve from the back left corner. Plays that ball over and deep. Played forward. Quick set. Nicely done. Tip to the open court. And a point for Kelsey Arawi. 2-1 Harrisburg lead here in the first set. Couple of setters out there. Abby Carolyn also was setting for Harrisburg. Ball played over and out on the service error. It'll be side out to the Watertown Arrows, 2-2 tie. So now it looks like Sanderson will be the server or the setter. Quick hit to Bolweg. Sanderson center set here. Jumped over by Rowie, but too high and out. 3-2 lead for Watertown first set. Over the weekend, the Arrows played number 2 Washington, number 1 Sioux Falls Christian, and number 3 O'Gorman. Sophie Teets plays it down the line into the net, trying to dig it out of there with Sanderson, couldn't do so. And it is a 4-2 lead for the Watertown Arrows in the first set. Arrows back in action against undefeated Huron at home on Thursday night. Sophie Teets to serve for the Arrows. Jumps that ball into the net. 4-3 side out to the Harrisburg Tigers. It'll be Hallie Mertz to serve. Hallie Mertz to serve. She'll jump that ball over. Nicely done. Mariah Glow gets it to Norberg. Left front set for Bisker. High and out. McKenzie went from left front to the back right corner, and that ball sailed high and out. We're tied at 4-4 first set. Hallie Mertz to serve. Mertz plays it over and deep. Would have been out. Siri Kranz played it. Free ball coming here for Harrisburg. Bolweg, nice dig. Sanderson left front set. Ball hit into the net by Kenzie Nord. Point for the Arrows. Makes it a 5-4 ball game. In for Watertown for the first time will be Devin Keller. Alex Bales to serve for the Arrows. Bales plays it high and deep and out. 5-5 score first set. Harrisburg to serve. It'll be Bolweg to do that. Brooklyn Bolweg, a 5'4" senior for the Harrisburg Tigers. Bolweg jumps that serve off the net, picked up nicely by Bales. Taylor Corey, left front set to Keller, blocked at the net, kept alive by Siri Kranz, put down by Bisker, one timed by Harrisburg. Bales setting up, McKenzie to the corner, nice dig by Sanderson, kept alive, free ball for the Arrows, punched over to the open court, and a point for Kenzie Nord. Harrisburg doing a nice job of picking up all of the balls here tonight. 6-5 Tiger lead. Brooklyn Bolweg to serve once again. Bolweg runs to the line, jumps that ball over, played high in the air by Siri Kranz, back set by Bales to Mariah, back row dig by Mertz, but unable to keep it alive was Bolweg, and it's a kill for Mariah Glow, ties the ball game at 6-6. Courtney Holt back into the ball game. Mariah Glow will serve for the Arrows, 6-6 first set. Mariah plays it high and deep, high in the air by Bolweg, run down by Sanderson, left front set into the net by Kenzie Nord, a point for the Watertown Arrows. 7-6 Arrow lead. Once again, Mariah to serve, steps into that ball, over the net, nice dipping serve above the net. Mackenzie Bisker taps it down for the Arrows, and the Arrows lead 8-6. Mariah to serve once again from the back left corner, over and out. Down the right side, missed out of bounds. 8-7 score. Into the game comes Abby Carolyn. Carolyn will serve, replacing Lucy Hartman. 8-7 Arrows first set. Carolyn plays it over and deep. Taylor Corey ahead to Bales. Left front set to Courtney Holt. Nice kill from the left front in front of the back row. 9-7 Arrow lead. Taylor Corey to serve for Watertown. Taylor, the Arrows defensive specialist, runs to the line, jumps that ball high and deep. Bullweg, good pass ahead. Back set here, whistle. And a jump ball going to be called. Another ball came out onto the court, so they'll replay it. Once again, Taylor Corey to serve, plays that ball deep. Bullweg gets it ahead to Carolyn. Left front set. Nord plays it high in the air as Glow saves it. Courtney Holt plays it deep. Hit high in the air, run down. Left front set again for Kenzie Nord. Softly over this time. Keller one-times it. And the Arrows are going to get the point as that one-timer by Devin Keller caught Harrisburg by surprise, and the Arrows lead 10-7 first set. Taylor Corey to serve once again. Taylor from the middle back runs to the ball, plays that ball over, hit high in the air, run down by Carolyn, got it to Nord and over. Taylor Corey to Bales, quick set, bad timing. It's going to be over, though, by Taylor Corey. Good play. Back row attack by Harrisburg. Bales hits it high in the air. Taylor Corey, back row attack to Mariah Glow, and she hit it high and out. 10-8 lead for the Watertown Arrows as Abby Meister comes back into the ball game, and she will serve for Harrisburg. 10-8 lead for the Arrows. Meister plays that serve over and deep. Played forward by Glow. Good set for Sophie Teets. Nice dig by Bullweg, and then one-timed again by Devin Keller. Bullweg with a great dig, but it went right above the net. Devin Keller able to one-time it, and the Arrows lead 11-8 first set. Annie Norberg comes in. Out goes Devin Keller. Annie Norberg to serve for the Arrows. Annie jumps that ball off the net. Nice dig. Back set by Carolyn, but not a good one. And trying to save it that time was Sanderson, but it went around the outside of the antenna. And that's a violation. Arrows lead 12-8 first set. Annie Norberg plays it high and deep and out. That is already the third or fourth service error by the Arrows in this first set. 12-9 ball game in favor of Watertown. And it'll be Hallie Mertz to serve. Nope, check that. It'll be Arp to serve. And Arp serves it into the net. 13-9 Arrows first set. Siri Kranz in. Courtney Holt goes out. Siri will serve for the Arrows. Kranz to serve. Plays that ball to Meister in the back row. Good pass ahead to Carolyn. Good set left front. Nicely done. Picked up on the play by Glow. Sets up Sophie for the tip. Bullweg was there. Carolyn, center set this time. Blocked at the net. Kept alive in the back row by Meister, but right into the chops of a teammate. And a point for the Watertown Arrows. Timeout Harrisburg. You're listening to Volleyball on KWAT. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. Back in 30 seconds. To achieve great things, it takes a great team. Attacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated, they have the get it done and then some team of talented, passionate people who will get the job done right. The service techs and those behind the scenes work together to provide top-notch service that you've come to expect from Tacker Plumbing and Heating Andor Incorporated for over 60 years. The business that service built.
Call on the business that service built. Call Tacker.
Welcome back to Harrisburg. Set number one, 14-9 Arrows. Tigers took their first time out. Arrows will serve. Siri Kranz to do that once again. Siri from the back left corner will serve for the Watertown Arrows. Kranz steps into the ball, plays it off the net, and an ace for Siri Kranz. Off the net, Kelsey Rowie tried to get it but couldn't play it. Arrows lead 15-9 first set. Siri to serve once again for Watertown. Siri from the back left corner, steps into it, plays it deep, hit high in the air. Carolyn runs it down. Good set left side. Dig in the back row by Taylor Corey. Norberg sets up Mariah for a hard hit and kill down the line. Mariah Glow makes it 16-9 Arrows. Once again, Kranz to serve, 16-9 Arrows in the first set. Kranz steps into the ball, plays it deep. Mertz, line drive, return to Sanderson. One time by Bullweg to the back row. Kranz gets it over. Norberg left front to Mariah. She kind of mishit it, and it sailed out. It'll be a point for Harrisburg, 16-10 Arrow lead. Lucy Hartman in the game. Sanderson will serve for Harrisburg. Sanderson to serve. Right-hander steps into that serve, plays it deep. Taylor Corey, nice pass to Norberg. Good set for Mariah, but way high on the hit. Mariah just off a little bit tonight. Her serve sailed out. She's hit a couple of balls out, and that time hit it high and out. 16-11. Sanderson serves again. Mariah, good pass to Annie. Back set for Sophie. Sophie hit it off the net. 4 hits on the Arrows. 16-12 in favor of Watertown. Sophie Teets trying to get her teammates fired up. Sanderson to serve once again. Good server. Plays it over and deep. Taylor Corey high in the air. Norberg. Good set to Mariah. Off the block and a kill this time. Nicely done by Mariah Glow. Arrows lead 17-12. Bisker in the game. Taylor Corey goes out. Sophie Teets will serve for the Arrows. 17-12 first set. Sophie with the jump serve deep. Hit high in the air right above the net. Alex Bales was going to one-time it and hit it into the net. And that is a point for Harrisburg. Makes it a 17-13 ball game. Hallie Mertz to serve for Harrisburg. Mertz steps into that serve. Plays it over nicely. Kranz ahead to Norberg. Good left front to Bisker. Down the line but out. A lot of mistakes by the Arrows in this first set here tonight. Once again, serving will be Mertz. Mertz jumps the ball over the net and deep. Siri gets a nice pass to Annie. Good set, but to nobody. Tipped over by Mariah. That ball was going out. Sanderson tried to save it. She hit it out. It'll be a point for the Arrows. 18-14 on the scoreboard. Alex Bales to serve. Keller into the game for Watertown. Alex runs to the line, jumps that serve over. Bullweg, good pass ahead to Sanderson. Good left front set, tipped over. Nice dig by Bales. Keller sets up McKenzie. McKenzie got it off the block and a kill for Bisker. Harrisburg ran good offense, but it was Alex Bales who made a good defensive play to keep play alive. Into the game for Harrisburg, Abby Meister back in. Alex Bales will serve for Watertown. Alex jumps that ball over the net. Bullweg, good pass ahead to Sanderson. Back set this time. Blocked at the net by Mariah Glow off the hard hit of Lucy Hartman. Point for the Arrows on the block, 20-14. Bales looking for a ball here. Now she'll get one. Alex will serve once again. Alex runs to the line, jumps that serve over, hit high in the air, right above the net. Sanderson tipped it, but she'll get called for an illegal hit, a lift on that play. And it is 21-14 in favor of the Watertown Arrows in the first set. Alex Bales to serve once again, jumps that ball deep, hit high in the air to Sanderson. Good set this time, ball tipped to the open court. Kelsey Rowie with the point, nicely done. 21-14 as Brooklyn Bullweg steps back to serve. Bullweg will serve for the Harrisburg Tigers. Brooklyn jumps that ball over and deep. Taylor Corey, good pass to Bales. Back set was not good. Mariah Glow saved it. Sanderson, left front set, tipped over. Bales with the dig. Taylor Corey going to set it up for Mariah Glow to play it over. Pass forward again to Sanderson. Short little tip. Siri Kranz was able to keep it alive. Bisker played it high. Nice dig by Bullweg. Sanderson back set to Hartman and the kill. Nicely done on both sides. And Harrisburg ends up with the point. Good job. 21-16 in favor of Watertown first set. Brooklyn Bullweg to serve. Bullweg Jumps that ball over and deep. Siri Kranz and Taylor Corey come together. Free ball here for Harrisburg. Bullwig gets it ahead to Sanderson. Back set again to Hartman. Blocked at the net. Bullwig, great dig. Bisker one-timed it. Bullwig with the dig again. Sanderson left front set. Down the line. Taylor Corey with the dig. Bale sets up Mariah down the line. Nice back row dig. Back set for Hartman again. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Sanderson. Bullwig sets it up. Softly over off the net. Bisker keeps it alive. Set for Mariah. Off the block. Point Harrisburg. Nice roar from the crowd. Good volleyball on both sides. Both teams picking up points. Timeout Arrows. 21-17 Watertown first set. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Mandy from Kunkel Snyder Optometric. We're a full-scope eye clinic that offers eye exams for kids and adults of all ages. We have glasses that range from budget to name-brand designer. Our doctors fit a variety of contact lenses including astigmatism, bifocal and even lenses for corneal disease and dry eye. They treat eye infections, pink eye, glaucoma, and even remove metal from the eye. We're here when you need us. We're open 5 days a week, have evening hours, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 882-4175 for an appointment or stop in and see us. We're on Highway 81 North in Watertown. Kunkel Snyder Optometric. Your family's eye care is our family business.
Arrows are in what Coach calls the red zone right now. They're 21. They got to finish the game. Bullwig deep serve is out. 22-17. The Arrows over the weekend against Washington and against Sioux Falls Christian, against O'Gorman, they had leads just about every set late in the set and lost those sets, and the Arrows have to finish the job here tonight. Bullwig to Sanderson, left front set, hit hard. Nice block at the net by Keller. Left front set for Hartman, tipped it over. Played high in the air by Glow, and then the Arrows all kind of came together in a pile and nobody went for the ball. Keller got her hands on it, but hit it the wrong way. 22-18 in favor of Watertown. Carolyn back into the ball game to serve. Carolyn jumps that ball over the net. An ace as Courtney Holt wasn't ready to play. 22-19 in favor of Watertown. Red zone, you got to score. Ball played over. Holt, line drive. Norberg hits it high. McKenzie, soft one. Bullwig, nice dig. Run down there by Carolyn. Played into the net, though, by Shaylee Arp on the left-handed hit, and the Arrows lead 23-19. Taylor Corey to serve. Taylor jumps that ball over the net. Dipping serve. Line drive above the net. Carolyn back set for Sanderson. Tipped over. Kept alive by the Arrows. Here's a Sophie Teets set, but she hit it out. Again, good offense by the Arrows, but Sophie's ball went long and wide. Harrisburg to serve. They jumped that ball over and deep. Taylor Corey mishit it. Bale sets it up for Devin Keller. Blocked at the net. Point for Harrisburg. They make it a 23-20 ball game. Abby Meister to serve once again. Mertz got the block and the point. Where's the balls, ladies? There we go. Meister to serve, 23-21. Plays it high and deep. Oh, Keller should have let it go. It was going to sail well out, but the Arrows did not communicate on that. They got to talk to each other, as that ball would have sailed way out. Instead, Devin played it. And it's 23-22. Mariah Glow, good pass to Bales. Left front set, Sophie for the hard hit and kill. Makes it a 24-22 ball game. Arrows on top. Timeout here by Harrisburg. You're listening to volleyball on KWAT. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
Identity theft is still one of the fastest growing frauds around. Did you know that as of July 1st, any South Dakota resident is able to place a freeze on their credit report for free with all 3 consumer reporting agencies, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. For more information about security freezes and how they can help protect you, please contact the Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, 1-800-300-1986, or log on to consumer.sd.gov.
24-22 Watertown as Annie Norberg will serve for the Watertown Arrows. Annie awaits the official's whistle and gets it. Jumps that serve high and deep. Bolweg, good pass ahead to Carolyn. Left front set. Ball played over softly. Courtney Holt to Norberg. Sets up Sophie. Hard hit. Bolweg with a good dig. Carolyn, left front set again. Hard hit off the block. Nice dig by Mariah Glow. Arrows were in the net. Makes it a 24-23 ball game. Shaylee Arp to serve. Shaylee Arp with the left-handed jump serve, plays it high and deep. Mariah got it ahead to Annie. Annie sets up Sophie. Kill for Sophie Teets. Arrows win set number 1, 25-23. Got to finish in the red zone, according to head coach Rosemary Hertz. The Arrows just barely did and win 25-23. Second set from Harrisburg comes your way as you're listening to the Arrows on KWAT. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. We'll come back in 2 minutes.
Brian's Glass is a proud supporter of high school athletics and wishes all of the Watertown Arrows athletes good luck during the year. Brian's Glass can assist you with commercial and residential glass needs and is also able to assist you with your windshield needs. For all of your glass needs, contact Brian's Glass at 886-5328. That's Brian's Glass, 886-5328. And go Arrows!
This is Casey from Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living, where we offer the best of both worlds. As much independence as you want with the security that we are staffed around the clock 24/7. Our mission is to help our residents live more active, independent lives. We currently have a physical therapist and restorative therapist as only part of the wide range of amenities we have to offer. Stop in today and see how Stony Brook Suites Assisted Living can offer peace of mind for you and your loved ones.
Life is sweet in Stony Brook Suites.
All it takes is one
smile, one text,
one question, conversation,
invitation, discussion.
All it takes is 1 minute,
One moment,
one comment,
one compliment.
all it takes is one pledge. To be the one.
To be the one.
The one to show you care.
The one to reach out. The one to ask.
It doesn't seem like enough.
But when someone is considering suicide,
One could be all it takes to change their mind.
Visit BeTheOneSD.com for signs of crisis or depression. Then be the one to show you care.
A message from Glacier Lake Safe. Suicide awareness for everyone. If you're looking for something fantastic to eat today, why not try out the Dairy Queen on Highway 212 in Watertown? If you love chicken, you got to have that chicken strip basket. It comes with Texas toast, country gravy, and French fries. And the Dairy Queen of Watertown is currently looking for help. If you're currently looking for a job, the DQ has all shifts available. Simply apply in person at the Dairy Queen on Highway 212 in Watertown.
Intermission between sets brought to you by Van Laken Orthodontics, creating beautiful, confident smiles for your entire family. Arrows got into the red zone with a nice lead and were able to finish and win 25-23. Coach says anytime they get to 20 points, they're in the red zone and they got to finish strong. They had trouble with that over the weekend in Huron. They'd get to 20-21 and they'd have a nice lead, but were unable to end it, and so she wants to see them doing that in the red zone starting here tonight. Abby Carolyn to serve to start things underway in the second set. Sends that ball deep, played high in the air by Bales, tipped over by Norberg, kept alive. Bolweg going to set it up for Sanderson, blocked to the net, kept alive. Couple of girls run into each other. Harrisburg gives the Arrows a free ball. Sophie to Bales, left front set to Courtney Holt down the line. Nice dig by Carolyn. Here's a hit over, played Courtney Holt. Nope, the Arrows kind of all hesitated again. A kill for Abby Meester. Meester gets the kill for the Harrisburg Tigers. They lead 1-0 second set. Ball played over by Carolyn. Good pass by Glow to Norberg. Left front set to Sophie. Blocked at the net. Nope, didn't get over the net. 4 hits on the Watertown Arrows. So it'll be a 2-0 Harrisburg lead, second set. Abby Carolyn to serve again, plays it over and deep, off of Bales, and that's an ace. $3-0 Harrisburg to start. Abby Meister to serve, or Carolyn to serve, plays it deep. Taylor Corey ahead to Norberg, had to dive for it. Sophie tips it over. Set in the back row, and a hard hit blocked at the net by Sophie. Again, back row attack. Played high in the air by Glow. Bales left front set to Courtney Holt, blocked but out of bounds. Point for the Arrows. 3-1 lead for Harrisburg, second set. Annie Norberg to serve for the Arrows. Harrisburg leading 3-1 second set. Annie jumps that serve into the net. Arrows are just, whew. And you would expect it. They played 4 games on Saturday. They had Sunday off. They practiced yesterday. They are very, very flat tonight. A lot of errors in this game for Watertown. They trail 4-1 second set. Again, right above the net, and a smash down by Hallie Mertz. And it is a 5-1 Harrisburg lead in the second set. Abby Meister to serve once again. Meister jumps it over and deep. Taylor, good pass to Annie. Center set for Sophie. Hard hit, but out again by the Arrows. 6-1 lead for Harrisburg in the second set. Arrows won the first 25-23. Meister jumps that ball high and deep. Glow plays it ahead to Norberg. Sets up Sophie. Tipped it. Bolway, good dig. Pushed over by Carolyn. Taylor Corey there. Norberg left front set to Courtney Holt. Couldn't get it over the net. 7-1 lead, and the Arrows are going to take a timeout. Harrisburg on top, second set. You're listening to the Arrows on KWAT. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
At Qdoba, we think you should be free to explore the boundaries of flavor. Rule your burrito with a guacamole fist if you like. Throw down any of our tantalizing quesos. If you want tortilla soup on everything, go for it. We're not going to stop you, because at Qdoba, every order comes with a heaping side of flavor freedom.
Qdoba in Watertown, just north of Walmart.
Harrisburg leading 7-1 second set. They are doing a nice job of serving. They're doing a nice job of getting the balls. They're running their offense well, and they are doing a nice job against the Arrows here tonight. The Arrows got to dig down and find something. Meister plays it over. Mariah Glow, good pass to Annie. Good set to Sophie. Off the block and a kill. That's the offense the Arrows need to run consistently. 7-2 lead for Harrisburg, second set. Arrows lead 1-0. Siri Kranz to serve for Watertown, back left corner. Siri sends that serve softly over. Bolwig, nice diving save. Ball played down the line. Taylor Corey ahead to Norberg. Norberg left front set to Mariah. Down the line and a kill for Mariah Glow. 7-3 in favor of Harrisburg. Tigers in the back row have Meister, Mertz, and Bolwig right now. Siri to serve once again. Siri plays that ball over. Bolwig plays it high in the air. Carolyn left front set. Nicely done. Off the block and a kill. Hallie Mertz gets the kill, makes it an 8-3 ball game. Harrisburg on top. Serving will be Shaylee Arp. Left-hander Shaylee Arp to serve. Plays that ball over and out. Good job by Siri Kranz that time to read it. 8-4 lead for the Harrisburg Tigers, and it'll be Taylor Corey to serve. Bolwig back on the floor, and Arp goes out. Taylor Corey with that jump serve over and deep. Played high in the air. Good pass to Carolyn. Good set. Punched it, though, over and out did Hallie Mertz. She kind of hit it with the palm of her hand, and it went high and out. 8-5 score, Harrisburg second set. Taylor Corey to serve again. Plays it over and deep. Hit high in the air. Run down by Carolyn. Left front set to Mertz again. Blocked at the net by Bisker. Played over by Harrisburg. Annie sets it up for Mariah. Softly over. Kept alive. Back set by Carolyn. Tipped over by Sanderson. Siri Kranz digs. Played backwards. Hit high in the air. Harrisburg will play it over. Kranz gets it ahead to Norberg. Left front set to Mariah. Down the line and a kill for Mariah Glow off of Abby Carolyn, makes it an 8-6 ball game in favor of Harrisburg. Taylor Corey to serve once again. Taylor jumps that ball over and deep, played high in the air, run down by Carolyn. Left front set to Mertz, off the block. Taylor Corey ahead to Norberg, pushed it to the open court and got the point for the Watertown Arrows, makes it an 8-7 ball game. Harrisburg on top. Taylor to serve once again. Taylor jumps that serve down the line, hit high in the air. Carolyn sets up Mertz again, cross court. Siri Kranz with the dig, but above the net, and then it was tipped down by Sanderson, but she tipped it out and ties the ball game at 8-8. Taylor Corey to serve for Watertown. Taylor jumps that ball high and deep, and this one sails out. 9-8 Harrisburg's lead. Hartman back in the game. Sanderson back to serve for the Harrisburg Tigers. Sanderson to serve, 9-8. Plays it over. Mariah, good pass to Annie. Sets back to Mariah, off the block, and a kill for Mariah Glow. Mariah has 7 kills on the night now for the Watertown Arrows. We are tied at 9-9. Alex Bales to serve for Watertown. Alex will run into your picture, sends that serve over. Bullweg hits it high in the air, run down by Sanderson. Good set to Mertz, softly down the line. Taylor Corey ahead to Bales, set it to Bisker. Bisker with the kill off of Sanderson. 10-9 Arrow lead, second set. Alex Bales to serve once again. Bales jumps that ball over and deep, played high in the air to Sanderson. Tried to get a soft set above the net, but McKenzie was there and she tipped it down. 10-9 lead for the Watertown Arrows. Into the game for Harrisburg will come Kelsey Hoffman. Alex Bales to serve once again for the Arrows. Alex sends that serve deep. Bullweg hits it high in the air. Run down. Free ball coming here for the Arrows. Taylor Corey, good pass to Bales. Left front set to Mariah. Off the block and a kill for Mariah Glow. And the Arrows lead 12-9 after trailing 7-1 in this second set. And they lead 1-0. Timeout Harrisburg will take it as well. We'll come back in 30 seconds.
At Prairie Lakes, the collaboration and dedication of our talented team of healthcare professionals allows us to offer the specialty services of a major medical center while still providing personalized treatment right here at home. We are proud to be your regional leader, but more than that, we are proud to be your choice for quality healthcare. Prairie Lakes Healthcare System.
Your health, our mission.
So the Arrows trailed 7-1 in this set. They have come back now to outscore Harrisburg 11-2 and lead 12-9. Harrisburg taking the timeout, their first timeout of this set. And Alex Bales will serve once again for the Watertown Arrows. Alex jumps that serve over. Bullweg plays it forward. Sanderson runs it down, sets up Mertz, goes cross court. Mariah Glow to Bales, back set to Bisker off the net. Bullweg, nice dig. Tipped over by Mertz. Mariah there, set for McKenzie again. Nice dig by Sanderson, but it sails out. Point for the Watertown Arrows. Sanderson, good job of getting that ball from Bisker, but it went off her arms and sailed over the net and out. 13-9 Arrows. Bales to serve again, plays it high and deep. Bullweg, good pass ahead to Sanderson. Good set for Mertz. Down the line, but out. 14-9 Arrow lead, second set. Arrows won the first set 25-23. Alex with the jump serve deep and in, an ace for Alex Bales. Abby Meister thought it was going to go out, but she dipped down and it hit the line. Ace for Alex, 15-9 Arrows. Alex with that jump serve again, dipping. Meister plays it high in the air. Sanderson back set, tipped over, blocked at the net, kept alive. Nord got it over cross court to Mertz, but she went down the line and hit it out, and Harrisburg's going to take another timeout. The Arrows trailed 7-1 and about scored Harrisburg 15-2, lead 16-9. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back in 30 seconds. The Ramkota Hotel is the perfect hotel to stay at while visiting for conventions and events and is the only full-service hotel property in Watertown. Minerva is also provided for your convenience at the Ramkota. While staying at the hotel, guests can enjoy an indoor heated pool, hot tub, exercise facility, cocktail lounge, business center, and full-service meeting and banquet facilities, accommodating up to 1,600. Call today to find out more. The Ramkota, 886-811. Arrows lead 16-9 as Alex Bales will serve after the timeout. Plays it over and deep, hit high in the air by Mertz. Bullweg gets a set to Mertz. She'll tip it over with the left hand. Bales to Sophie Teets. Mariah off the Teets set. And a kill for Mariah Glow. And the Arrows lead 17-9 in the second set. Rowie coming back into the ball game. Going out will be Hoffman. 17-9 in favor of Watertown. Bales to serve. Plays that ball deep. Sanderson got a good pass. Back set, hard hit. Nice dig by Siri Kranz. Bales sets up Mariah. Off the block and a kill for Mariah Glow. 18-9 Arrows on top. Harrisburg led 7-1 to start this set. Bales to serve for Watertown once again. Alex plays it high and deep. Bullweg mishit it. That'll be an ace. 18-9, 19-9 Arrows on top as they approach what Coach Hurt says is the red zone once again. Bales plays that ball over. Nice line drive serve. Sanderson, good set. Back row attack, hit hard. Bales with the dig. Taylor Corey sets up Mariah. Cross court. Nice dig by Bullweg. Sanderson, left front set for Mertz. Cross court. Nice dig by Mariah. Kept alive by Taylor. Free ball for Harrisburg. Played high in the air by Meister. Sanderson sets up Rowie for the tip down and got the point. Nicely done by Kelsey Rowie. 19-10. That breaks a long run for the Arrows, and it'll be Hallie Mertz to serve for the Harrisburg Tigers. Arrows lead 19-10. Mertz to serve. Jumps that ball deep. Taylor plays it high in the air. Good pass to Bales. Good set to Keller. Tipped it over. Sanderson going to back set it this time to Hartman down the line and out. Point for the Watertown Arrows, 20-10. Arrows in the red zone. And Mariah Glow will serve for Watertown. Bisker in, Holt in. Siri Kranz goes out. Mariah to serve. Plays that ball over and down the line, high in the air. Bullweg going to set it up. Played to the net. Blocked by Bisker. Kept alive by the Arrows. Above the net. Jump ball. And the Arrows will be called for into the net. Point for the Harrisburg Tigers. 20-11. Watertown second set. Brooklyn Bullweg to serve. Bullweg jumps that serve over hard off of Taylor Corey. Saved by Mariah Glow. Sanderson, nice set. Tip, kept alive by Mariah Glow. Bale sets McKenzie. Whistle, illegal hit on Mariah Glow. Or on Alex Bales, I should say. Bales had the illegal hit. 20-12. Bullweg to serve. Brooklyn jumps that ball deep and out. Service error. It's 21-12 in favor of Watertown. Sophie Teets in the game. Mackenzie Bisker will serve for the first time here tonight. Mackenzie. Jump serve is high and deep. Hit high in the air. Bullweg going to play it forward. Ball hit into the net, though, on the attempt. Can't see who it was. She's got her ponytail covering her number. That was Kenzie Nord. 22-12 in favor of Watertown. McKenzie to serve again. Plays it high and deep. Miss hit. Kept alive by Harrisburg. Free ball for the Arrows. McKenzie, bad hit to Bales. Got it to Courtney Holt down the line and out. Point for the Watertown Arrows. Or excuse me, for the Harrisburg Tigers, as the Arrows that time didn't handle that free ball very well. Into the game is Abby Carolyn. 22-13 Arrows. Abby Carolyn to serve. Carolyn plays it over. Taylor, good pass to Alex. Sets up for Sophie. Nice block at the net. Free ball here for the Harrisburg Tigers. Bullweg to Carolyn. Quick set it though to Rowie. Rowie hit it through, or excuse me, Shaylee Arp hit it through the block that time for the kill. 22-14 in favor of Watertown. Second set, Arrows won the first set 25-23. Carolyn serve is over. Mariah hits it high in the air. Nobody goes for it. The setter's got to go get that ball. Alex Bales stayed in her spot. Everybody else moved away so she could get the ball, and it hit the floor. 22-15. Carolyn plays it deep. Devin Keller mishit it. Coach from Harrisburg wanted to lift. The Arrows hit it into the net. Coach can see the blood pressure rising on her on those last 3 points as the Arrows haven't been very effective with them. Abby Carolyn serving well, and she'll serve again. Plays it to Taylor Corey. Bales sets up to Courtney Holt. Got it over but out. 4 straight points where the Arrows have hit it out. So it's 22-17 all of a sudden. Again, frustration in the red zone for the Arrows. Mariah Glow, good pass to Bales. Sets up Sophie. She stumbled and hit it out. Arrows are going to have to take a timeout, I think. Coach, you can just see it simmering on the sideline. She doesn't want to take a timeout. She wants the kids to work through it. 22-18, Mariah to Bales. Left front set, not good to Sophie. She had to push it over. Sanderson gives Sophie a chance, and Sophie one times it above the net. That time an error by Harrisburg leads to an Arrow point. 23-18 Watertown in the second set. Arrows won the first 25-23. Annie Norberg to serve for Watertown. Plays a nice serve over. Carolyn was able to run it down. Ball blocked at the net by Sophie. Kept alive by Bullweg. Ball going to be tipped over. Mariah, good pass to Annie. Good set to Sophie, and Sophie hit it into the net. Sophie a little frustrated with herself there. 23-19 in favor of Watertown. In the second set, Arrows won the first 25-23. Abby Meister comes in to serve for Harrisburg. Meister plays it high and deep. Mariah mishit it. Annie ran it down back row to Mariah. Punches it over. Bullweg gets it ahead to Carolyn. In the left front set to Mertz. Off the block. Kept alive to Taylor Corey. Pushed over by Annie. Arrows. Mertz plays it over. Taylor, another nice dig. Annie sets up Courtney Holt down the line. Nice dig there by Carolyn, but nobody went for the ball. Good job by Abby Carolyn to dig that hit by Holt, but then everybody watched. And it's a point for the Arrows. 24-19, Arrows on top. Siri Kranz to serve. Siri steps into that serve, plays it over. Brooklyn Bullweg, good pass ahead to Carolyn. Left front set to Mertz, down the line. Left front for Mariah. Mariah cross court, nice back row dig. Carolyn pushes it to the back row. Annie gets it ahead to Bale, sets up Mariah. Back court and a kill into the back corner for Mariah Glow. And the Arrows get the second set, 25-19. So the Arrows win 25-23. 25-19, take a 2-0 lead over the Harrisburg Tigers. This intermission brought to you by Van Laken Orthodontics, creating beautiful, confident smiles for your entire family. We'll take a timeout. Set number 3 in 2 minutes. Avanti Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of the Watertown Arrows. What sets the Arrows apart is the commitment, loyalty, and hard work displayed throughout the sports season. Just like Avanti Federal Credit Union, serving you with the same level of commitment for 64 years, striving to offer you the best, whether it's your next loan at a competitive rate or a savings account, earning the best interest rate available. Avanti Federal Credit Union, North 81 in Watertown, or call 882-2357.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Boys, I know you take great pride in being prairie dogs, but a mascot needs more sizzle. And what has more sizzle than Taco John's new sirloin steak burritos? So meet your new mascot, a sirloin steak burrito.
Taco John's new sirloin steak burritos are loaded with steak and bold flavors like cheesesteak, steak and potato, and steak and shrimp.
Wachowski Stockings, mascot.
Olay the day at Taco John's.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan requires more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guide you every step of the way to help you make sure the future you imagine becomes the future you achieve. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Contact Bill Keller, Taylor, or Tyson Zemlicka in the Watertown office of Northwestern Mutual.
Watertown Arrows lead 2-0 here tonight in Harrisburg. They won the first 25-23. Harrisburg got off to a great start in that second set. They led 7-1. The Arrows came back and took a big lead. And then Harrisburg battled back and made it a good match. It ends up 25-19 Arrows in that second set. Set number 3 set to get underway here tonight. Annie Norberg will serve for Watertown to get set number 3 underway. Live audio and video stream brought to you by Sharp Automotive. Annie steps into the serve high and deep, hit high in the air. Good pass to Carolyn. Back set here. Ball played over. Nice dig by Annie Norberg. Bales left front set to Holt. Cross court. Bullweg with the dig. Kept alive by Carolyn. Free ball Arrows. Sophie gets it to Annie. Quick set to Sophie and a kill. Getting her hands on it nicely in the back row was Mertz, but she couldn't keep it in play. Sophie gets the kill. 1-0 Watertown. Annie to serve again. Plays that ball over deep. Played high in the air. Carolyn sets it up center this time. Tipped over. Almost a point. Annie with a great save. Holt punches one over. Bullwig keeps it alive. Left front set. Hard hit to the back row and a kill for Abby Meister. Abby's a good, hard hitter for the Harrisburg Tigers. She's not real tall. She's a 5'6", ninth grader, but she can hit that ball. 1-1 score. Brooklyn Bullweg doing a little perspiration cleanup. And stepping back to serve will be Abby Carolyn. Abby Carolyn to serve. Jumps that ball over. Whoops, whistle. An illegal formation for the Harrisburg Tigers. So it'll be a point for the Watertown Arrows. 2-1 Watertown Arrows will serve. The official getting him set in the right spot. I'm not sure the official and the coach are on the same page, but they must be. Harrisburg right now has 7 players on the court. The Arrows have 6. Somebody's got to come off for Harrisburg. They're still having the conversation on the sideline. Two to 1 lead for Watertown, third set. Harrisburg was called for an illegal formation. Harrisburg coach not necessarily agreeing with that. Now getting them all set in the right spot. And now they are set. And now the Arrows substitute and will serve. Siri Kranz from the back left corner to do that as play will get underway once again here. Siri sends that ball over and deep, played high in the air to Carolyn. Good set to Mertz, off the block and a kill for Mertz. Good offense by the Harrisburg Tigers, ties the ball game at 2-2. Dropping back to serve is Shaylee Arp. Arp will serve for Harrisburg, 2-2 third set. Left-hander sends that ball hard over Taylor Corey. Nice dig. Good set for Mariah. Tipped it over. Kept alive by Mertz. Carolyn back set this time. Nice cross-court hit and kill for Kelsey Hoffman. 3-2 Harrisburg lead. Third set. Arrows lead 2-0. Arp to serve once again. Arp plays that serve over. Siri Kranz, good pass to Annie. Back set to Sophie, softly over. And trying to dig it in the back row were Meister and Carolyn at the same time, and they line drived it under the net. 3-3 score. Sophie will serve. Sophie Tietz jumps that serve over, hit high in the air by Meister. Good set to Mertz. Down the line, Sophie with a nice dig. One-timed it. Bullweg. Carolyn back set to Hoffman over the block. Siri Kranz there. Annie sets up Bisker off the net and a kill for Mackenzie Bisker. 4-3 Arrow lead third set. Arrows lead 2-0. Sophie to serve once again. Sophie jumps that serve into the net. Service error on the Arrows. 4-4. Taylor Corey in for Harrisburg. They'll bring in Hartman. They'll bring in Sanderson. 4-4 score, third set. Sanderson to serve for the Harrisburg Tigers. Arrows lead 2-0. Sanderson plays a line drive over. Siri got it to Norberg right above the net, and the Arrows thought they had a point, but Harrisburg, good defense. Mariah Glow off the block. Taylor keeps it alive. Bisker one times, and Meister pushing the back row. Sanderson set for Mackenzie off the block and a kill. Kelsey Rowie was there, but it went off her block and a kill for Mackenzie Bisker. 5-4 lead Arrows, third set. Devin Keller in, out goes Annie Norberg. Arrows are going to clean up a little bit of perspiration out there on the court as well. The other day at Huron, it was hot and humid, and the court was wet all day. They were wiping it up. Alex Bales to serve for Watertown, leading 5-4, third set. Serve down the line. Mertz, good pass to Sanderson. Good back set to Hartman. Hartman hit the net. It went over the net, and a kill for Hartman on the play. 5-5 score. Harrisburg to serve. Mertz will do it. Kenzie Nord back on the court. Meister goes out. Mertz to serve. Serves it over. Siri hits it high in the air. Bales back set for Mariah. Cross court. Nice dig Sanderson. Bullweg keeps it alive. Nord hits one hard. Picked up by Taylor Corey. Good set for Mariah. Nice dig by Siri, and then a one-timer by Mackenzie Bisker over the top of the block and a kill for the Arrows, who lead 6-5. Meister back in. Kenzie Nord goes out. Into the game, Courtney Holt. Out goes Siri Kranz. Mariah Glow will serve for Watertown. 6-5, third set. Mariah plays it high and deep. Bullweg hits it high in the air. Sanderson, good left front set to Meister. She hit it high and out. Again, she's just a ninth grader and only 5'6", but boy, she hits that ball with authority. That time out. 7-5 Arrows, third set. Mariah served down the line. Mertz hits it high in the air. Bullweg saves one, sets it up to Meister again. Punches it over. Taylor Corey left front set to Holt. Courtney, I'm not sure. She just took her eye off the ball. Wasn't sure if she wanted to hit it or just punch it over, and took her eye off the ball, and an easy point for Harrisburg. 7-6. Brooklyn Bullweg to serve. Bullweg to serve. Sends it deep. Taylor Corey, good pass to Bales. Left front set to Courtney. Off the block. Nice dig Sanderson. Bullweg keeps it alive. Meister down the line, but out. 8-6 Arrow lead. Third set. Arrows lead 2-0. And it'll be Taylor Corey to serve. Sophie Tietz in. Bisker goes out. Taylor to serve for Watertown. Jumps that serve deep. Hit high in the air. Good pass to Sanderson. Back set here to Hartman. Through the block and a kill. Lucy Hartman through the block of Courtney Holt. And a kill for Hartman. Makes it an 8-7 ball game. Carolyn back in the game. And Hoffman back in the game. Carolyn to serve for Harrisburg. 8-7 Arrows, third set. Whistle. Stoppage. Injury. If Mertz is perspiring too much, it won't stick, but they got a Band-Aid on her hand. Carolyn to serve, plays it high and deep. Taylor Corey, good pass to Bales. Left front set for Sophie. Cross court, Bullwig, nice dig. Harrisburg saves it. Free ball for Watertown. Bales to Taylor Corey. Sets it up for Holt. Punches it over and gets the kill in front of Mertz in the back row. 9-7 Arrow lead. Norberg back in. Out goes Keller. Annie will serve for Watertown. Arrows lead 9-7 third set. Lead 2 sets to none. Annie's serve is dipping it over. Mertz gets it ahead nicely to Carolyn. Left front set to Meister. Tipped it. Didn't get it over the net though. Rolled along the white tape and stayed on Harrisburg's side. 10-7 Arrow lead third set. Annie to serve once again. Annie sends that high serve. Mertz, good pass ahead to Carolyn. Back set to Hoffman. Hoffman hits it high. Picked up by Mariah. Bale sets up to Courtney Holt. Softly over and a kill. Courtney hit it soft, but over the block and in front of the back row. Arrows lead 11-7. Annie to serve once again. Annie sends that serve down the line. Meister put it right above the net one time by Bales, but stayed high. Hoffman going to play it off. The net comes over. Holt there. Norberg going to set up Courtney. Courtney cross court. Nice dig, Meister. Bullweg hits it high in the air for Meister. Hard hit. Kept alive by the Arrows. Meister gives it to Carolyn. Pushed it to the back row. Taylor Corey there. Norberg sets up Sophie. Hard hit. Out by Sophie Tietz. 11-8 in favor of Watertown. Third set. Good D on both sides that time. It'll be Meister to serve. Abby Meister plays it over. Mariah mishit it. Annie ran it down. Back row attack Taylor Corey. Meister gets it ahead to Carolyn. Left front set here for Mertz. Off the block. Sophie panicked a little bit. She blocked it. She had time to play it, and she kind of panicked and didn't get much on it. It's a point for the Harrisburg Tigers. Makes it 11-9 third set. Meister to serve once again. Plays it deep. Taylor Corey. Good pass to Annie. Good set to Sophie. Tipped it and did not get the point. Great save by Mertz. Mariah Glow to Annie. Sets Sophie again. Tipped it again, and that time got it. Sophie gets the tip point, and the Arrows lead 12-9. One thing about the Harrisburg Tigers, they get after every ball. You can't relax. Siri Kranz plays it high and deep. Bullwig hits it high in the air. Carolyn left front set to Mertz. Down the line, Taylor Corey, nice dig right above the net. Whistle. And into the net was Mertz. Hallie Mertz into the net, so it'll be Arrow point. 13-9 Arrows third set. Siri Kranz to serve once again. Siri softly over. Mertz hits it high in the air. Carolyn back set to Hoffman. Hoffman cross court. Annie keeps it alive. Taylor trying to run it down. Did. Siri with the save. Bullwig gets it ahead to Carolyn. Quick set to Rowie off the block and the kill for Shaylee Arp. That was not Rowie. It was Arp with the kill. Now Rowie comes back into the ball game. 13-10 Arrows in the third set. Serving will be Arp. Left-hander plays it over. Taylor Corey ahead to Norberg. Good set for Mariah off the block. Great back row dig by Meister. Tipped over. Taylor Corey sets it up for Annie to Sophie. Back row kill for Sophie, but the Arrows, Sophie Tietz into the net. Point for Harrisburg, 13-11 in favor of Watertown. Arp to serve. Shaylee Arp plays that ball over. Siri gets it high in the air to Annie. Left front set to Mariah. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Harrisburg. Free ball for the Arrows. Mertz had it blocked at the net. Kept alive by Harrisburg. Nicely done. Annie left front to Mariah. Bad set. Too far. Arrows couldn't play it. Harrisburg, as I said a few minutes ago, they go after every ball. They keep them alive, and they're scoring points doing that. 13-12. Siri Kranz high in the air to Annie. Sets up Sophie. Hits it out. 13-13 the score. Arrows going to take a timeout. Harrisburg has battled back. We'll take a timeout as well. Come back in 30 seconds.
Clausen & Sons Construction will have the same great service that you've come to expect. Ken, Chad, and Jeremy can help you with your residential, farm, and business construction. There's no job too big or too small. Whether it's clearing, grading, site preparation, gravel hauling, road rebuilding, or lagoons, they can get the job done. They sell gravel, crushed concrete, recycled asphalt, and landscape rock. Clausen & Sons Construction have appreciated your business and look forward to working with you in 2018. Call 882-3735 today. That's Clausen & Sons Construction in Watertown.
Harrisburg with a nice comeback, and it is a 13-13 ball game. Third set, Arrows lead 2-0. Watertown won the first 25-23, won the second 25-19, and now it's all tied at 13. Arp, number 13, serves it over. Series hits it high in the air, and he saves it. Back row, Taylor Corey plays it in between Meister and Mertz. Nope, Meister and Arp, and a kill for Taylor Corey. 14-13 Arrows, third set. Serving will be Sophie Teets. Sophie's jump serve is over. Meister hits it high in the air. Carolyn, good set to Rowie, tipped it back row. Sophie, back set here to Bisker, off the block. Bullweg to Carolyn. Good set, hard hit, and out that time by Mertz. Arrows lead 15-13. Sophie to serve once again for Watertown. 15-13, third set. Sophie jumps it high and deep and out. 15-14, Sophie out, Taylor in. For Harrisburg, Hartman in and Sanderson in. Sanderson will serve. Sanderson to serve, back right corner, sends that serve over. Taylor, good pass to Annie. Good set here for Mariah. Off the block, nice dig Meister. Sanderson, good left front set, tipped over. Annie keeps it alive. Bales, left front set to Mariah, hit it out. 15-15 our score in the third set. No, they're going to say the ball was tipped, so it'll be a point for the Arrows. That ball was tipped by Harrisburg, they're saying. And now the officials are going to have a discussion. At first it was point Harrisburg, and then it looked like the official over the top was ruling it was tipped by Harrisburg. And it was. They're going to say it was a tip ball by the Harrisburg blocker, so Arrows will get the point instead. 16-14 Arrows, third set. Alex Bales to serve. Bales sends that serve over, right above the net, tipped down by Devin Keller, but she was into the net. That's such a hard ball for the Arrows to wait for, and Devin that time was in the net. It was a great serve by Alex. The ball was going to be right above the net. And Devin just got too excited and got into the net. So it's 16-15, and Mertz will serve for Harrisburg. Mertz jumps it over, dipping serve. Siri Kranz dives for it and saves it, but Bale's unable to keep it alive. So it's 16-16 again here in the third set. Arrows lead 2-0. Harrisburg serving the ball really well tonight. Once again, Mertz to do so. Hits it high and deep, and as soon as I say that, I jinx him. Sorry about that. 17-16 in favor of Watertown. It'll be Mariah Glow to serve for Watertown. Mariah back left corner, sends that serve down the line. Mertz hits it high in the air. Bullweg sets up Meister. She tried to tip it. She did. Devin Keller one-timed it. Back set for Hartman, who hit it way high and out. Lucy Hartman that time hit it way high and out. 18-16 Arrows, third set. Watertown leads 2-0. Mariah Glow to serve again for the Arrows. Plays it high and over. Mertz, good pass ahead to Sanderson. Sets up Meister again. Hard hit off the antenna, and that's a violation. That's a point for the Arrows. 19-16 Arrows, third set. Mariah to serve, 19-16 third set. Plays that dipping serve over. Ace for Mariah Glow in front of Mertz. Timeout Harrisburg. Arrows lead 20-16, third set, lead 2 sets to none. We'll take a timeout and be back in 30.
There's a reason you head to the Roadhouse Cafe in Watertown, for good food and for good food fast. Stop in today where breakfast is served all day and enjoy this great special. Deuces Wild, 2 cakes, 2 links, 2 bacon strips, and 2 eggs, only $6.49. Be sure to check out that salad bar, and on Friday stop in for a 3-piece cod meal with coleslaw and potato for $6.25. It's all at the Roadhouse Cafe at the Prairie Stop, at the corner of Highway 20 and 212 in Watertown.
Harrisburg taking a timeout, their first. Both teams have 1 remaining. Arrows lead 20-16, now third set. Red zone. Ball played over, Bullweg into the net. Nice dig out of the net by Sanderson, and Meister was able to get a kill on it. Good job by Sanderson that time. Julia to dig that ball out of the net and put it in a spot where Meister was able to kill it. 20-17. Arrows on top. Brooklyn Bullweg plays it over. Mariah, good pass to Bales. Left front set too far for Courtney. She played it over. Sanderson to Bullweg. Sets up Hartman. Hard hit into the net. Point for the Watertown Arrows. 21-17. Arrows lead in the red zone. Taylor Corey to serve for Watertown. Sophie back in the game. McKenzie out. Taylor sends that serve over. Brooklyn Bullweg line drive Sanderson. Good set to Meister. Cross court blast by Meister. Nice dig by Mariah. Tip and a point for Devin Keller. Or Sophie Teets. It was Sophie who got the tip. 22-17 Arrows. Timeout taken by Harrisburg. You're listening to Volleyball from Harrisburg. Live audio and video stream on our website at gowatertown.net. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You'll always find the latest trends in floor covering at Hometown Building Center. From natural tile and stone to timeless hardwoods and luxurious carpets, the floor covering professionals at Hometown are ready to help. Stop in and let them help you select the floor covering that best suits your needs and your lifestyle. They will also schedule the installation by one of our qualified installers. Hometown Building Center, South Highway 20 in Watertown.
22-17, Arrows on top as they're trying to gut out a victory here tonight against a scrappy Harrisburg Tiger team. Taylor's serve is over. Miss hit, run down by Hartman. Free ball. Nope, the Arrows are going to get a point out of it as Meister and Arp were coming together. They both stopped. Point for the Arrows. 23-17 Arrows. The Arrows played 4 matches on Saturday, 3 against top-ranked teams. Ace for Taylor Corey off the net and over. You expected them to be flat tonight. They have been a little bit, but Harrisburg has played really well too. Taylor Corey plays that serve over. Meister ahead to Sanderson. Set for Meister, tipped it and out. Point for the Arrows, and the Arrows win here tonight, 25-17. So the Arrows win 3 sets to none, 25-23, 25-19, 25-17. You're listening to the Arrows on KWAT. We'll take a timeout. The Great Western Bank post-game show comes your way in 3 minutes.
During the summer clearance event at Watertown Fort Chris, we have some great specials in our used car department, including a 2016 Ram 3500 Dually, $42,500. 2016 Chevy Equinox LTZ all-wheel drive, $18,800. 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan, $16,900.